Welcome to Ports and Lucie Talks, everyone. We're exploring the Promise program today from Indian River State College commitment to covering tuition for every eligible local high school graduate. And joining us today is Maygan Johnson. She's Senior Director of Development at the Indian River State College Foundation, and Rebecca Shearer, Chief Retention Officer at the River. Welcome to Ports and Lucie Talks. How are you guys?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Amazing. Well, thank you for coming. They have great information to share for the high schoolers, parents that are looking into funds or any. It's a great information you're gonna get. So tell us a little bit about yourselves. Like, what do you do when you started? What's your position? And tell us a little bit.
So I'll start. So
Yes.
I'm Maygan Johnson, as you shared. I'm the Senior Director of Development in the foundation.
Mhm.
So the foundation works alongside the college to ensure we can bring the mission to life.
Okay.
So one of our priorities right now is the Promise program. And so I work with community members, community leaders to see how they can partner with the college. And our goal will be to ensure Promise lasts forever. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Amazing. We hope it lasts forever. There you go.
Hi, yes, and I'm Rebecca Shearer. I'm the Chief Retention Officer at Indian River State College. And retention means once the students get to our campus, my job is to work with not only our staff and faculty, but our students, making sure they're aware of all the resources we have available to them to help them be successful in their courses, retain, and eventually complete with their degree.
Amazing. So first thing, what do you get? An associate's, master's? What kind of degrees do you get in that in your college?
So Indian River State College, we offer over 130 different programs, but within that we have
Wow.
AA degrees, AS, AAS, but then we also offer bachelor's degrees at Indian River. There's a selective amount of programs that you can get your bachelor's degree in, but we also offer certificate programs, vocational training, and even adult ed and school of education, continuing education courses.
Wow.
So something for everyone.
Wow, there is. I thought it was more focused on high schoolers and like younger, but there's a little bit for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But we're focusing today on the Promise program.
Yes.
So let's get into that. For those new to the river, what makes Indian River State College such a vital part of our community, which is growing every single day?
Well, as Indian River State College, we actually serve the 4 counties. So Okeechobee, Indian River, St. Lucie, and Martin.
Great.
So we're district-wide. We have campuses in every single one of those counties. And we've recently had a study done that shows that our economic output is equivalent to about $2.7 billion to our local economy.
Wow, I bet you, I didn't know that. I bet nobody knew that either. That's pretty impressive. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And where do those funds come from exactly?
Well, I mean, we are a state college, so we do get state funding. All of our students apply for a FAFSA. I think Becky can talk a little bit more about that.
Sure.
But just as any college and university, there is also that philanthropy arm. So, individuals, businesses, corporations that come alongside us to ensure that we're being the best workforce and community partner that we can be and giving back to our local economy.
Wow. It's pretty amazing. So can you explain what the Promise program exactly is and what actually inspired the creation of this program?
Sure. So Indian River State College actually came about in 1960. So we've been around for a while in this area.
Okay.
And as this area has grown, so has the college. So we've always been a big supporter of our community and our residents here and making sure we are a good partner in the community with our businesses and making sure that students have the educational opportunities that are interested. But obviously with COVID happening and things like that, nationwide enrollment in college started going down. And nationwide, unfortunately, some colleges started closing and things like that. And that's where I'm very proud of Indian River State College, really looked at that data, looked to see what was going on, and really came up with a game plan. And that is where the Promise program came out of. We launched it in spring of 2022 with really the idea that, hey, we want to make college
to come back.
Yep.
So a lot of people just when COVID happened, so people dropped out or they were forced to just stay home and not come to the college.
Yep.
So That's pretty amazing. So that's when it was created.
Yep,
That's what
20
inspired it mostly.
Yep, our fall 2022 cohort was our first cohort. So we've really are just now going into our fourth year of the Promise program.
Yeah.
So we're seeing our graduates now actually finish the whole program, go out.
Yeah.
Some are transferring to other universities, some are going right into the workforce.
Right.
So it's still in a very early stage of it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at continuing to look at the data and where our graduates are going, what our area needs and things like that. So we're it's already been so successful. We're upwards of around 10,000 students now that
I was
have
just
been able
gonna
to
ask
take
you that.
advantage.
That's pretty impressive. Wow.
And that's directly from, as Maygan said, our community here. We serve our students in the district. So that is one of the eligibility requirements. You do have to graduate from one of our district
From our
schools.
districts. Okay, at least 4, right? She had what the ones
Yeah.
you mentioned.
Indian
4.
River, yes. Okeechobee, St. Lucie County, and Martin County.
Oh, okay.
The high schools in those areas work with us. And again, our private schools and
Right.
homeschool students in this area. And again, why are we doing that? Why aren't you allowed to come here from another area?
Right.
Again, this is, as Maygan will say, privately funded from many of our community members. And the whole
Oh, I
emphasis
see.
is behind getting these students in our community to graduate and then hopefully increase our workforce in our exact area.
Makes total sense. We need people to stay here and not leave.
Yes, yes.
You know?
And actually,
Yeah.
77% of our graduates do stay in the
Do stay
area.
and
So
make
that's
them
we're
stay.
able to tell our donors that
Wow.
by you helping these students,
Yeah.
you're really helping the community.
The community completely. Wow,
Mhm.
that's pretty amazing. So how long does it take, more or less? Like, does it take always 4 years, 2 years?
So the normal AA or AS degree, which is really the primary focus of our Promise
Mhm.
program, is normally a 2-year program.
That's pretty
That
fast.
is going full time, but that is
Right.
also a requirement of the Promise program.
Okay.
We do expect these students, we're promising to help them pay for their college.
Well, that's their part they need to
Right.
take.
Their promise that
Okay.
they're going to go full time. And again, we understand that many of our students have work and family obligations, but data and research shows that the students that go full time continuously have a better chance of actually graduating on time.
Right.
And that, again, this is real money. This is real donors that are, so we do make that as a requirement
Right.
that students are expected to come full time and
Right.
with the emphasis of getting that degree.
Okay. Okay. We'll get into all the other requirements, but I saw that there's no GPA involved, so it doesn't matter like your grades, what you graduated with, you will still be eligible. So let's get into those requirements. Like, what are the requirements for any high schooler for that program?
So we actually started our fall semester yesterday,
Nice.
our fall
Congrats.
2025. So these students would have had to have graduated this past spring from one of these eligible high schools. So again, that's one of the big requirements. It's right when you graduate high school, you do have to enroll with us full time the following fall semester. Some students ask like, well, can I take a gap year? Can I do that? Can I
Yeah,
step
take a little break before jumping into college.
Right. But again, based on research and data, we
Then
know.
put it off. I feel like
Right,
I feel like
exactly.
actually, I did that. I went straight to Miami-Dade College.
Yes.
I started in the summer because I was like, if I take a break, you get out of that loop
Yes.
of studying, and then you will never go.
Right. So that we do make that a requirement. And
It's
as
a
I
good one, though,
yes,
I
we
think.
we did start yesterday, and we have about 2,400 Promise students enrolled for our fall 2025 cohort. So again, they had to graduate this past spring.
Mm-hmm.
They do have to meet the admissions requirements, just as with any college. You have to apply
Right.
to the college and get your high school transcripts and things like that. And then they have to just enroll full time. And as long as they maintain their full time equivalent and are doing well in their classes, we are able to offer that tuition free coverage for their full 2 years.
Wow, that's pretty. You guys do a great job.
It's about as a
pretty amazing.
$10,000
Yes.
savings for these students and their families. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, wow, it is. No, it is definitely. What sets the Promise program apart from either other tuition assistance programs in Florida? What sets you guys apart? What do you think it's different?
You want to take that one, Megan?
Yeah, I'll start.
She's
it.
looking at you like,
I'll
you answer
start
it.
it. I want Becky
yeah,
to jump
of course.
in here. Well, I
Yeah.
can say that this is a very, very unique program. We're one of 6 colleges nationwide that have a program like this, and
Wow.
every single one of those programs has their own uniqueness to it. So,
Right.
in essence, we are one of a kind program. I think we're one of 2 in the state of Florida.
Wow, one of
Um,
2 in the state of Florida that does this type of program exactly, like with the same requirements and funding. And
it looks a little bit different, but
Okay.
in nature,
In
like,
nature,
right,
yeah, okay.
to get students enrolled, and they're offering some sort of tuition reimbursement or free tuition of some kind.
Right.
So to be one of 6 in the entire nation,
That's
I
big.
think is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And even
I agree.
outside of the Promise program, we are the second most affordable college, I believe, in the nation as well.
That's pretty
So
impressive.
we really, really have prided ourselves on truly being that community partner,
Right.
looking for ways to continue to make an impact, but not increase tuition. There, I think we went over a decade without increasing tuition at all,
Oh,
because
wow.
we know that it's all about removing barriers,
Right.
and that financial component is a big barrier.
It is definitely. It is definitely.
And Becky talked a lot about, like, this is our promise to the community, but once we get the kids enrolled, we also promise to ensure that they're successful. So if they truly want to be successful, we can help them make that happen.
Right.
We provide work study opportunities, to make it easier for them to be able to have that work life balance if they need to work while also going to school. We provide counseling, we provide tutoring, we provide a lot of things, in-kind services, wraparound support, to ensure that our students are successful.
Wow. You want to add anything to that?
I was just going to reiterate the question was, how is it different than other financial institutions? And I think that is the biggest thing. Yes, we're helping you cover the financial, but college, it's a lot. It's from the admissions process to study habits to it's a different lifestyle. And I think that's one of the most unique things about our program at Indian River State College is it is a wraparound service, as Maygan said. Our faculty and staff are dedicated to help these students and meet them where they're at. And we have students coming in from all walks of life. So this, again, it's not just about financial coverage. It is about making sure
it's a whole support system.
Yes, as a support system.
Yeah, not just like getting into another college, just to see like where you stand, what the help that you need, and just
That's one of, I mean, we even all wear t-shirts from, everybody from the administration to faculty that says, how can I help you? And students know that they can go to anybody on campus and get for help. And sometimes it's not just about class stuff. It's like, hey, I'm struggling with paying my rent or getting groceries or childcare. I mean, there's and we are very fortunate that we have the resources and support at Indian River State College to really help these students. And one of the things I really like to push is our tutoring centers. As Maygan mentioned, we have 5 campuses in our area, and we have tutoring centers at all of those campuses. Nice, and we also offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, free tutoring to all of these students.
Oh, wow. So it's like a private teacher.
They do.
You need to.
And again, I was actually talking to a student yesterday. I was like, our tutoring centers are not meant to be after you're struggling in a class, how to come and get help. You should be visiting our tutoring centers day one, and they can do help with test prep. They can proof your essays for you. So we're really trying to make sure our students are aware that all these different services are available to them.
That's the main part, I feel like. And with other things, even not just with the college and your program, I feel like a lot of people don't know the resources that government or state or they have. So, I'm glad we're doing this, and then, we'll get all the word out there and people know what they actually can take advantage of.
Yeah, because I think college can be a scary concept to some folks. And particularly with our promise students, we have now seen over the last 3 years that over 50% of them are first generation, meaning that they're the first one in their families to go to college. Where some of us might have had our parents helping us with the applications and college essays and scholarships. Many of these students, their parents are like, I'm not really sure who to ask. So again, as part of our Promise Program team, we make sure that we're not only helping the student, but the whole family understand and navigate these different channels.
Right. Wow, I love that. That's pretty amazing. How has the Promise Program impacted students and families since it's launched? I'm sure big time, but any standout stories that, that you guys, I don't know, that you can think of? I'm sure you have many, but ones that stood out. I'm sure you have many, but
I mean, even just particularly this week with the first day of classes was yesterday. So as you walk around campus, I mean, students are coming up to you and wearing their promise t-shirts, and just every one of them has a story. I didn't think I was going to college. My sister did this program and told me about it. I was supposed to go to UF, but I actually decided to stay here, take advantage of the Promise program for 2 years, bank some of my money, and then they had bright futures, but they're able to then bank that and use it once they do transfer. So again, as I mentioned, all walks of life. We have no financial barriers for the Promise program. We don't ask questions about that. Anybody can come in and take advantage. And that's what, sometimes I tell students, which I understand. I want to go to FSU. I want to go.
Yeah.
Great. You should go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Come here for 2 years.
Yeah.
Get your AA. Save $10,000. And then go. I'll be the first one to help you pack your bags for FSU and into 2 years,
Absolutely. That's amazing. I mean, support is everything. Like you said, with families that come, maybe their parents didn't go to college or university. So it's it starts at the house, I feel like, too, when it comes to this kind of thing. So that's pretty amazing to have people like you guys behind it to be able to support it and talk and counsel, right? What kind of degrees you see more? What are people kind of moving towards now? Because I know with COVID everything changed, and I feel like a lot of people don't think they need to go to college anymore, or I can make easy money somewhere else, or doing other things. What do you get more now?
Well, we have 24,000 students actually enrolled.
Wow, that's
at
big.
the college, which is a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean,
that is throughout all 4 of them, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Or all of our campuses.
Right.
We actually have 5 campuses.
5.
Two in St. Lucie County.
Okay.
25% or close to 25% are actually in the healthcare field.
Wow.
Yeah. So whether that's radiology, physical therapy, med lab tech, nursing, they're in some sort of healthcare field. And as everybody I'm sure is aware, there is a great need in that industry.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Students are able to come in and through the Promise program, they're able to get their AA degree completely tuition free.
Wow.
They're starting in these fields $28 an hour, some with sign-on bonuses of up to $50,000.
So they just go to you for 2 years, for example, like nursing. You only need to go for 2 years. Everything's covered for you, and you get a job right after.
So you can get your RN certification within 2 years at Indian River State College. It's completely covered under the Promise program, so it's completely tuition free.
Wow.
We have 100% board pass rate for our nursing program right now. We have one of the best nursing programs in the state. And we pretty much have 100% job placement. If you want a job, you have a job.
And we have new hospitals opening here in St. Lucie County too. So
Yes,
I'm sure there will be jobs available for the students to come the next 2 years, right? If they started now too.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible, the opportunities that are out there right now. I didn't have these opportunities when I was going to school, so I'm pretty jealous. And I want to make sure that the Promise program stays because I have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and
I have a 5.5, so I hope it stays too. Absolutely.
That need to take advantage of it.
Yes.
For
sure.
2 years, free education. You can entry level is we're talking $28 an hour.
You just need the commitment. The commitment. So they pledge to the things that you guys require, pretty much, which is.
Come full time.
Full time.
Maintain a 2.0 GPA.
Okay.
Then
that's it. Wow. That's pretty much, there's no fees of any sort. They have to buy books and things like that, correct?
But there's even certain courses that we can help students navigate. That what we call OER classes, they're open educational resources. So depending on the student's major, we can definitely individually speak with that student and help them if they're not able to pay for those books. But we also have other scholarships at the college. And again, part of working with the Promise program team, we work with the student and the families to make sure we exhaust all available resources.
Okay, so if you were in the Promise program and there were things that you needed to cover for yourself, there's other programs that will help you with those other fees.
Yeah.
correct.
So this one is from Maygan. Can you share more about the Indian River State College Foundation and how it supports programs like Promise?
My job at its heart is to connect, like I said, individuals, businesses, companies to the college. There is a large fundraising component tied to that. That's how we get the support that we need to have programs like Promise.
Mhm.
So there's lots of ways that you can contribute monetarily, right? You have planned giving, you have sponsoring one of our signature events.
What are those events?
Well, we have events throughout the year. We have a clay shoot in February. We have a golf tournament in May. We have our Entrepreneur of the Year awards kind of
Oh, nice.
October, November, and then
Okay.
we're working on
Another one?
a fourth one.
Oh, nice.
We have 4 counties, so we want to have 4 events, 4
Right.
quarters, you know.
Right.
But we've got some amazing events that are really fun to participate. And if you don't have the financial resources, we do accept time. Time is an amazing resource.
Right.
Giving back of your time. We're always looking for volunteers. But as far as, again, financial contributions,
Yeah.
so I said planned giving, event sponsorships, there's opportunities for business to employ a roundup program, just really creative ways that you can get involved other than just, asking for a big 6-figure check.
Right.
Honestly, we have a very large population here in St. Lucie County,
yeah,
and
we
we're
do.
continuing to grow.
Yes.
If everybody in St. Lucie County gave $7 a month for 1 year or $87 one time, just the adults, not counting, the 2-year-olds, the 4-year-olds, and the households, we would reach the goal needed to raise the funds to keep Promise program here forever.
That's pretty impressive.
So
just $87 a year, guys.
That's one time.
One time.
Everybody
just one
can
time.
make a difference.
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, St. Lucie is big. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Okay. So you kind of touched this a little bit, but for listeners wanting to get involved and make a difference, what's the easiest way to get started?
Go to giving.irsc.edu and express interest. I would love to connect with you one-on-one, have that personal conversation, give you a tour of the college so you can kind of see firsthand the state-of-the-art programming that we're employing and see what really makes sense.
Wow, I love that. I love it. I want to come see it. I actually
Yes.
haven't toured it myself yet, but I'm coming.
Well, we'll get that scheduled.
Yes, definitely. What results or trends have you both seen since the launch? Where do you see the Promise program heading next?
Well, just to piggyback on what Maygan was saying, I think our area is already starting to see the graduates and what the Promise program is doing. So I think we've seen even businesses in our areas and industries coming to us and saying, how can we support the Promise program? We need these students. We need the workforce.
Yeah,
so that has been wonderful because as you both said, you want your children to be able to take advantage of this. And it is real money that is helping support this. So making sure that businesses and the community are aware about how they can support us so we can continue this program is absolutely number one. Other than that, we just hope to be able to continue to grow the program and making sure we're able to offer it to all available students. Just this year, we've been able to open it up to our private schools and homeschools in our area. That was not the case the first couple of years.
Oh, so now it's not only the public high schools.
Yes. In our area, they do have to be eligible private and homeschool students and charter schools in our service district again. But our fall semester was our first time being able to offer it. So we're continuing to grow it each year.
So you pretty much will be eligible if you go to any school pretty much. Just it needs to be in the county. Pretty much. Pretty good. What would you say to a student or parent who's still deciding if college is the right path? I'm sure you say this a lot.
I think one of our students is a really good example of that.
Yeah.
So recently had conversations with a student, Becky and I both, and his family had the financial resources to support tuition. And he never wanted to go to college. He wanted to go straight to the workforce, had a plan the entire time. But when he heard about Promise, was open to the possibilities of maybe changing that plan. So he actually decided to enroll in our HVAC program. And he's found it very, very beneficial. He wants to be a contractor. He wants to open up his own business. He wants to be an entrepreneur. And since he's had the experience of going to college and getting that additional skill set and technical training, he sees the value in it. And he wants to continue on and get his his master's. So he's started off wanting to go directly into the workforce. Didn't think that he would find that value.
How did he find the program in the first place?
We do as part of our recruitment teams.
Okay.
We go to every single high school in our area in the spring of their senior year, and we talk to the students. We go multiple times. We talk with the parents. We talk with the guidance counselors. So we really try to make sure that everyone is aware of it. Whether they like it or not, you know.
And it's a choice, right?
And then
obligated.
Carl was a perfect example that he has said that he probably wasn't even thinking about college until he heard about this, and then he's like,
he could afford it.
Yes,
so it wasn't he was just like, because it was a tuition free. It was just the way that you guys presented it and how he saw a new opportunity that he never thought of doing. So that's
nice. It's positioning him to reach his end goals faster. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And again, I think he was a little scared of it. And that's what he even said, too, that once he got there, he's like, wow, I like my friends. I like my teachers. Yeah. And he's like, then I started doing well in my classes. And then now, like he said, he wants to continue on and get his bachelor's and a master's degree. And that, that is why we do this.
Right.
Hearing those type of stories, it's just so inspiring to all of us.
That's great. Oh, I love that. Okay, what's your favorite part about working with students at the river?
Those stories.
Yes.
Those stories. Okay.
Those stories. There's so many. Actually, my first day, I ran into a student that I worked with in another capacity.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Because she had a very hard life, a hard background, and I didn't think she'd literally be in front of me on campus. And she's like, I'm here because of the Promise program.
Wow, that's great.
I'm here because of the Promise program, and I'm going to be able to get a college degree because of it, and I'm so excited.
Oh, I love that. So she was able to just turn around her life and the path that she was taking. And I love that.
I always say I have the best job in the world. I wake up every day and I get to help students make their dreams come true.
Yeah.
I have the best job. I don't have to grade papers or have the disciplinary issues. Usually students want to come to me because they're like, how can you help me pay for my college?
Yeah,
exactly. So I feel like every day I get to and now with seeing the graduates, we're literally seeing them walk that stage with their cap and gown, their promise, stoles on. They're going off to other universities to finish up, their degrees. They're getting jobs, but they're like our own personal children. They stay in touch with us. They write us letters. They follow us on social media. So they're telling us their stories and how we've literally helped them.
You made a difference in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge impact.
It's amazing.
I actually had one of our students join me at a women's networking lunch this past week. And we did a small presentation about Promise.
Right.
And she kind of shared her story, and she's just like, this is incredible. I wouldn't be here without Promise, like speaking to all of you, kind of coming out of her shell. But she talked about how she's studying criminal justice. She wants to work for, doing crime analysis and all of that. But for her, there was that financial barrier. It wouldn't have been possible for her to attend school if Promise didn't exist. She's like, because of Promise and because of the wraparound services that we offer, she was able to get a work study position and work on campus to make it easier for her to work and actually attend classes. And she was able to earn money to help her family purchase a car so that the whole family could now be lifted up.
Right.
And that ripple effect, right? It didn't just touch her; it touched her
like
brothers
her whole
and sisters.
family.
It touched mom and
absolutely.
Dad. It lifted everybody up.
I mean, I feel like every student should have that opportunity. So this is incredible, honestly, because some people just not because they don't want it. I feel like the people that have it don't care for it, but then the ones that actually want it don't have the resources for it. So this is incredible. I love that. I love that story. Okay, I have a fun and final question for you guys. If you had to describe the Promise program in just one word, what would it be?
I think you just said it. I think this is the word, and you just said it, so it made me is opportunity.
Opportunity.
It's an opportunity that, again, no matter where you're coming from, you have an opportunity to make this happen.
I love that one.
Can I use the word promise?
Of course you can. You can do whatever you want.
I think the program speaks for itself. It's a promise.
It's a promise, for sure. Amazing. Well, anything else you guys want to share before we wrap up?
I will just say that we just launched a Promise 2025. So for families out there that have a senior in high school this year, be on the lookout for Promise 2026. When you graduate in the spring, we hope you will join us at Indian River State College as a Promise 2026 graduate. And all that information is on our website, irsc.edu/promise.
Amazing. Well, there you guys have it, the Promise program. You know everything about it. Just contact Rebecca or Maygan and they will take care of you. All right. We'll see you on the next episode of Port San Lucie Talks.